Today's math lesson is lesson 14. The goal of the lesson is to divide decimals, and we're using some place value to help our understanding. And we're using the long division traditional standard method as well. So I'm going to do 1B from tonight's homework on lesson 14. So it's 5.372 divided by 4. So before I even start doing the problem, I'm going to set up my place value chart. I have 5 ones, so I'm going to draw 5 discs in the ones place. I have 3 tenths, so I'm going to draw 3 tenths in the tenths place. I have 7 hundredths, so I need to put 7 discs in the hundredths place. And I have 2 thousandths, so 2 discs in the thousandths place. Now, I am dividing by 4. So down here I gotta break up my place value chart into fourths. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. There are my 4 sections. Okay? So now we reviewed today and talked about dad, mom, sister, brother. D, divide, M, multiply, S, subtract, and B, bring down the next number. So the first thing I'm going to do is see how many times 4 goes into 5. 4 goes into 5 once. I'm going to multiply. 1 times 4 is 4. And then following the steps, I'm going to subtract, and I have 1 left over. Now, in the ones place, since my answer was 1 up here, I need to put 1 disc in each of the 4 places because I'm dividing by 4. Okay? Now, I bring down the 3. I have this, I've used 4 of these, I've divided into 4 of these, and I have this 1 left over. So since this number right here is 13, I need to take that 1 and make it 10 tenths. So I need to put 10 discs in the tenths place. So there's a total of 13 discs to match this 13 in my long division problem. Okay? Now I start the process all over again with these 4 steps. I divide. 4 goes into 13. Closest I can get without going over 3 times. Since the answer is 3, I'm going to put 3 discs in each of these 4 places to represent that 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Subtract, and I get 1. That's this 1 disc I have left over here. I still have the 1 disc left over, and I've used 12 of them with my division. So now that 1 is going to carry over to the hundredths place, because I'm going to bring down this 7. And now I have to make 10 hundredths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I don't have 7 hundredths, I have 17 hundredths to represent this 17. Now I divide again. 4 into 17 goes 4 times. 4 times 4 is 16. Subtract, and I have 1 left over. So since this number right here is 4, I'm going to have 4 discs in each of the 4 places. I've used 16 of those discs, as 4 times 4 is 16, which means I have 1 left over, this one right here, and that's going to now travel to the thousandths place, because now I'm going to bring down the 2. So I don't have 2 thousandths, I have 12 thousandths. So here come 10 more. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Multiply, and I get 12. Subtract, I get 0. And I have no more numbers to bring down. So this 3 right here is going to represent 3 discs for my answer. all these discs were used because 4 went into 12 evenly. And you can see now that my answer, my final answer of 1.343 can be mirrored down here. I can mirror it with 1 1, 3/10, 4/100, and 3/1000. So those answers match. And that's a little of how we were doing this today.